Hello everyone. So this is just basically some guidance for you for the labs in the ENE326 heat transfer and thermodynamics. Those labs are for the heat transfer element of the module, and we have two experiments for you. I will first give you an idea or an overview of the experiment, which is it's sort of entitled configuration view factor. So what we have for this experiment, of course you need to look at your notes on Blackboard first, but what we have for this experiment, we have a power supply here, we have a multimeter here, we have connection leads, two sets of connection leads, and the main apparatus for the experiment is this box here. If you come around, Ronald. So this box here, it has a set of lights that will generate the light for us. And then we also have a sensor, a light sensor here. The light sensor is connected to the back of the box here, and we will be reading the output of the light sensor through the multimeter. The actual lights here, sets of lights, they'll be powered by the power supply that we have here. So, the key is, I suppose if you read in your notes, the key is here that you need to measure the light output from the sensor, from this sensor which is sitting inside the box, for different distances. So if you come around, for different distances, you need to be able to see that. The sensor here, can you see the sensor? So the sensor here needs to be moving backwards for every set of measurements. You start with the light sensor being to the very front and moving back about 20 millimeters at a time. Now for every measurement, what you do, you're going to have to be closing this, taking your measurement for the light output here. Can you pause? So what you need to do is, first of all, of course, connect your power supply to the little lights here. Black leads to black here, red lead to red here. You plug in, on, turn it on from here. And now you can adjust your voltage and the current to the right intensity for the lights, which should be coming on soon. No? We can pause on it. So yeah, by adjusting these two buttons here, you're going to get the light shining through, the light passing through the translucent cover here, and is received by the sensor, the light sensor. The output from the light sensor there, it is through those two connections. And here is the connection to the multimeter, black to black, red to red. The multimeter, red here, and black here. And you set it to about 2000 here. And you can see you're getting the output from the light sensor. Okay? And now, before you get the output from the light sensor, you need to close that box, as we don't want the light from the overhead lamps to be read by the sensor. We just want the light generated by the little bulbs. So here's your reading. Okay? Now, this is just a very random reading, but what you're going to do, once you take that measurement, you need to open up, you need to move back by 20 millimeters, close the box, take your next reading. Okay, and we're going to do that for a good number of measurements, up to about 45 centimeters away from the target post. So then the other thing, once we finish with this set of measurements, which we're done with the clear window, we just need to take one of those sort of different openings and do the same thing. We're gonna make sure that you can keep it close to here and do the same thing. You're gonna start with the sensor at 0 distance. Make a measurement. Open up. Move back by 2 centimeters. Close. Take your measurement and do that until about 45 centimeters away from the target. We're gonna do that for the one in there, as well as 2 more sort of openings. So that's an experiment where basically you keep taking measurements for different distances through the sensor. And that's the view configuration factor experiment. You can